the 2K Sports pregame show. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball. On 2K Sports, it's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. And so here are the West All-Stars, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the East All-Stars, Lowry out there with Wall. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Anthony. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, down low.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Now here's Lillard. Now Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Harden for 3, and he gets it to go.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. I asked him about how he was going to get the All-Stars comfortable playing with each other, and he said, we're just going to keep our sets very simple and let them go out and make plays. I took one look at the roster and knew all I had to do was get out of the way, and we'd have success. Should be fun to watch, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And here's the break. Here's James. And the rejection by Harden. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here is Lowry. Inside. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Lillard outside. Durant kicks to Lillard. Harden dishes to Cousins. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Outside, Wall. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Pass to Lillard. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Lillard with it. Puts up a 3, and he gets it to go. Lillard's got 6.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol, and the first shot of the night for him, missing. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Durant sends it back. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Cousins, and he dunks it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
And the basket good. Gasol's got his first 2 points of the night.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
It's stolen by Anthony. One-on-one here. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the West All-Stars.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
So the West ends up going with the new group. And here's the fast break. Here's Butler. Takes it off the glass. Butler's got his first 2 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's Curry outside, and he gets the bucket.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Millsap a screen. Lowry passes to Horford. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Pass to Millsap. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Westbrook kicks to Aldridge, and he slams it one-handed.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Outside Curry. Aldridge a string. He got it up. And no good trying to get that one.
All right, fans, let's get up and get loud. Your West All-Stars dance team.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Looking here, guys, at what we've seen so far from the West All-Stars. What do you think?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
We've got Durant, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Harden, and it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter. Harden dishes to Lillard. To the paint, Gasol. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Korver kicks to Butler. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Butler's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Millsap. LeBron comes in for Butler. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Kyle Korver. Here's Bosch. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Lillard from outside. The shot is off. Great D that time from Irving. Anthony, the pass to T. And there's the feed to LeBron. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's West now. Harden outside. Poked away.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's Bosch. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Bosch has got 5. Bosch has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Lillard dishes to Cousins. Stolen by Bosch. Harden against T. The drive by James. The kick out to T. And the three off target. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Takes the 13-footer, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point East All-Star lead. Lillard against T. And that's good. Damian Lillard for three. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
He had a nice open look right there.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Cousins. Aldridge comes in for Marc Gasol. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Steph Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. And then for the East All-Stars, Al Horford's checked in for Bosch. Gasol comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's John Wall in for T. And here are the East All-Stars now. 3-point lead. Wall, that's good.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Curry kicks to Nowitzki. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now, here is Irving. And Gasol gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Count that one. 6 points for Steph Curry.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And the East with some changes. Butler comes in for LeBron. And it's Korver in for Irving. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. The offensive rebound.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And he gets it to go.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Butler passes to Gasol. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And Westbrook gets it to go. 6 seconds left in the first half. Here's Wall, and that one's good. Wall's got 9. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Paul for 3, buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing, Greg, from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here, so they're making sure they got it right.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin.
And a pretty tightly contested.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's been a tight matchup so far in New York. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same swagger in the second half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Well, just take a look at what Lillard's done tonight. He has 11 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
On the court right now for the East All-Stars. They've got Lowry. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Wall in at the 2. James outside. Inside. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by James. Anthony's got the first basket of the third quarter for the East All-Stars. Lillard dishes to Harden. Can't connect from short range. Harden's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. The shot by Lowry, no good. Here's West now. It's a 1-point game. And the jam by Harden.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. LeBron kicks to Wall.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The shot is off. Durant with some nice D. He dishes it to Gasol. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. It's his first trip to the line. Gasol drops 2.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Lillard. He's got 11. Releases from 15. Gasol no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And the rejection by Harden. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Wall. And here's the West with the ball. Harden outside. Lets it go from deep. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. The West making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Cousins, and Steph Curry is subbed in for Kevin Durant. The East also changing it up. Chris Bosh is checked in for LeBron. Irving comes in for John Wall, and it's Teague in for Kyle Lowry.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Anthony, and the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The East All-Stars have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. A tight game here in New York. Harden kicks to Gasol. Fast break, here we go. Irving can't get it to go.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
He nails it, and we're tied up. Irving's got his second basket.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 12 in the game.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And the East All-Stars call time here. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And then for the East All-Stars, Millsap comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Anthony. Bosh, the screen. And they double up Butler. The wide open look here for Bosh. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 7 points for Chris Bosh. Curry against Teague. Curry can't get it to go. And here's the East. Irving passes to Teague. Bosh, he's open. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bosh has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And that one's good. And it's 13 points for James Harden.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Got that one up quick. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Curry's gotten 5 shots to fall in 8 attempts. Teague dishes to Bosh. He feeds it to Butler. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. Butler's got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars. Here is Harden. 13 points in the game. Durant. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Tear that rim up, big fella.
51 seconds left in the third. T kicks to Irving. Millsap a screen. High, arcing shot. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The West All-Stars shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the technical free throw is good. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Duncan, he's checked in for Gasol. Nowitzki comes in for Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Lillard. And then for the East All-Stars, Al Horford, he's checked in for Bosh. Korver comes in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Teague.
add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Outside Butler. Lowry against Paul. Lowry kicks to LeBron. The drive by Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And the West All-Stars have possession. The lead is 2. Marc Gasol is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Durant, and it's Harden in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now. James outside. They set the pick. Kicks to Korver. Passes it to Lowry. Anthony sets the pick for Lowry. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by the West. Durant attacking. Missed inside. LeBron outside. Lets a floater go. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Korver passes to Horford. Horford double team. The rebound by Harden. And the West All-Stars with possession here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. Commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
LeBron, no luck. LeBron's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Offensive rebound.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's Wall. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And it's 13 points for John Wall.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Gasol dishes to Lillard. From the arc. That one goes. Count.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And the East All-Stars call time here. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
The West making some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Cousins. Klay Thompson comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Stephen Curry in for James Harden.
Stephen Curry.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. There's the screen. Gasol is screen. And that is good. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
He kicks it to LeBron. Anthony, no one around. No good on the three. And so here are the West All-Stars. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Thompson from long range. Again, the miss by Thompson. Thompson's gone 1 of 4 from the field. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. They trail by 7. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. James Harden, he's checked in for Klay Thompson.
James Harden.
James kicks to Anthony. Dishes to Lowry. The drive by Anthony, rejected by Nowitzki. Here's Lillard, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That was some slick passes from Harden on that one.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're behind by 9. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. And it's Wall in the corner. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Lowry.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Anthony, the pass to Lowry. Gasol. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Some good numbers for Gasol. 9 points and a steal.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Wall. Durant against Anthony. Shoots from 12. Shot's good by Durant. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Anthony. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're down by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I'm not sure the two-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Outside Lowry. Anthony kicks to Wall. Laces one from 3.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Tipped away and stolen by LeBron. Connects.
Sometimes you can catch the defense napping when you make a strong pass like that in transition.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
DeMarcus Cousins. Marc Gasol. Chris Paul.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And there's the triple. A big three-pointer, but we might have a review here. And the last shot is going to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets overturned, which would end the game. However, if it is ruled good, we'll be heading to overtime.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing, Greg, from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here, so they're making sure they got it right.
The officials are confirming the call. The basket does count. And we are heading for overtime. Boy, oh boy, Greg, was that ever close.
Kevin, it really was. I got to admit, I didn't think he got it off in time, but the replay clearly showed the officials had it right. Very fitting that we're going to overtime.
Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And the West All-Stars have possession, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, all out there with Lowry. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's James in at the 3, the small forward. There's the pass to Paul. Screen by Cousins. Durant dishes to Harden. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Harden's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. And Lowry has it in the corner. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And it's 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
And the East All-Stars call time here. Curry's checked in for the West. Lillard comes in for Paul.
Stephen Curry. Damian Lillard.
It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Offensive rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
It's Curry with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 21 in the game.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Anthony, the pass to Wall. Nice D from Cousins.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Harden kicks to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's a 5-point West All-Star lead.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
The drive by James. Will it go? And he gets it to go. James has got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's West now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
It's Anthony with the drive. Nails it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. On the wing, Harden shoots it. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on. Boy, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
And the West All-Stars with possession. Harden dishes to Curry. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. Wall with some nice D. 3-on-3. Count it!
Having a whole lot of trouble dealing with Wall. He's been a problem.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're losing by 1. 17 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
And an intentional foul right there. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And here are the East All-Stars now. And they go to the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Harden. Count it. So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on.
Adversity was at its greatest. They came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.
So here are the West All-Stars, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Anthony is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Lowry, and it's Wall, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Gasol dishes to Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Cousins has got his first basket of the night. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Coach joked about how he planned for this game. He said that he took a look at the roster of the other conference and realized that there is no way to plan for all the talent and superstars on the other side of the ball, saying, if I had to actually try and stop them from scoring, I might lose my mind. We don't want to see that, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Anthony following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Lowry gets it to go.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Outside, Wall somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
And Lillard kicks to Durant. Gasol passes to Durant. Steps back and fires. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
James, and the rejection by Cousins.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Screen by Cousins. A shot by Harden. Wide open. It's good from long range. Harden's got 8 points.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And the shot is good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Lillard outside. Outside Durant. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Gasol with the steal. Outside Lowry. Pass to LeBron. Gasol, a screen on Durant. LeBron can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Good on the shot. 10 points for James Harden.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Lowry kicks to Wall. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Cousins. Aldridge comes in for Marc Gasol. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. And then for the East All-Stars, Al Horford is checked in for Gasol. Korver comes in for John Wall. And it's Teagan for Kyle Lowry. Here's Curry following the basket by LeBron James. A three-pointer off the mark. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Korver gets a wide-open look. They grab their own miss. Rejected by Nowitzki. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. So Anthony will go to the free throw line. That one on Thompson. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Butler's checked in. And here's the West with the ball. Outside Curry. Thompson left side. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Here's Korver for 3. It's hauled in by Nowitzki.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Curry gets the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Curry with the steal, and here's the fast break. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
That is good. And it's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Teague kicks to Corver. To the middle. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got his first points in this one.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. For the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
We've got Harden, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Durant, and it's Lillard in at the one spot. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Harden, that's good.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And it's Corver in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Corver's got his second bucket of the night.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Millsap looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Corver in the corner. The three-pointer is right on target.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Lillard misses. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 6-point game. And it's Butler missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Irving dishes to Bosh. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gets a very good look and converts.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the basket by Lillard.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
That's good. Durant's got the lead up to 10 now for the West All-Stars.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. The West making some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for Cousins. Westbrook comes in for Kevin Durant. And Paul subbed in for Lillard. James checked in for the East. Wall comes in for Kyle Korver. Stolen by Harden. The drive by Paul. Pass to Gasol. Now the feed to Harden. Here's Paul. The shot is off. Great D that time from Irving. On the wing, Irving. From the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Inside, Duncan gets a wide-open look. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
A wide open look here for Bosch. Off target from outside. Here's West now. Harden outside. Gasol up top. Kicks it to Westbrook. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
Well, they're not afraid to just let it fly from here. They didn't have as much success in the first quarter, but with this lead, they're looking to extend it with the three-point shot.
Now here's James. They get it back, and the rejection by Harden. It's Wall with the drive. That's good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
So the West ends up going with the new group. The East also changing it up. Al Horford's checked in for Bosch. Gasol comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Teague in for Kyrie Irving. That's good. Wall's got his second bucket tonight.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And he gets it to go. Wall's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Aldridge, the pass to Durant. 50 seconds left now here in the second. From deep, it drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And Wall kicks to Gasol. To the paint, here's Horford, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, he'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the East. Lowry comes in for John Wall.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now, here's Lowry. 6 points for him. Horford's shot is good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height.
And so that brings the first half to a close. West All-Stars out in front.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James, he ended up with 15 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time kept the defense scrambling like eggs.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting it.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. They've got Pau Gasol. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Lowry. And it's Wall in at the 2-guard spot. Dishes it to Cousins. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Cousins has got 5.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. No problems knocking that one down. 9 points for John Wall.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
The high post shot, and that one's good. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Harden dishes to Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Russell Westbrook in for Kevin Durant. And a switch here also for the East. Paul Millsap is checked in for Anthony. There's the lob to the hoop. Wall's shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly. Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
To the middle, here's James. And he makes good on the layup.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
All right, fans, let's get up and get loud for your West All-Stars dance team.
So for the West, Durant comes in for Russell Westbrook, and Curry subbed in for Lillard. A big group substitution here for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for Gasol. Butler comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for John Wall. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Bosh, that's good.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Gasol, no good. Curry against Irving. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. To the inside. Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Irving against Curry. And here's Millsap from the arc. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Here's Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And then Durant with the jam.
I tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Timeout called East All-Stars. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Horford's checked in for the East. .135 left to play in the third. The shot's good from Irving.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
The drive by Cousins. It's Curry outside. Good D by Irving. Inside and stolen by Cousins. Gasol kicks to Durant. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Butler. An easy 2 points on the layup. Butler's got his second basket.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Harden. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Gasol with the steal. For the finish, and Harden with the stuff.
How about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Stolen by Harden, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Duncan, he's checked in for Gasol. Aldridge comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Paul subbed in for James Harden. And then for the East, Anthony comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Teague in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Curry with the three, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the West All-Stars running away with it. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Aldridge out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Duncan. And it's Paul in at the one. That's the five for the West All-Stars right now. Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his third assist on the night. Paul kicks to Westbrook. On the wing, Thompson sinks the three-pointer.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the East. From the inbound, and he lays it up and in.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Wall against Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson misses.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And that one's good. And that's 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Thompson with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Catching up on changes for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Duncan. Nowitzki comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's James Harden in for Thompson. And a switch here also for the East. Paul Millsap's checked in for Anthony.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
Nowitzki against Millsap. Here's Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Lillard from outside. The shot is off. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. 16 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Marcus All's checked in for Nowitzki. And it's Kevin Durant in for Russell Westbrook. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Timeout. Start it.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
All right, fans, let's get up and get loud for your West All-Stars dance team.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Lowry passes to Gasol. Durant knocks it loose, but they'll get another chance. Lowry for three. West All-Stars with the rebound. Nowitzki outside. Misses the three. Here's Wall. Lowry dishes to Gasol. Can't hit from 12.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Fades back. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. Pull up Jay. Good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
And Wall kicks to James. Back to Wall. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's now 20 points for Wall.
Feeling it, no doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Curry's shot is good.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the West All-Stars.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Feeds it to Lowry. Hits the three-point bomb.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Curry against Lowry. The pass to Durant. The dish to Lillard. Outside Curry. From deep. Curry with another miss. James up top, guarded by Curry. And it's LeBron missing. Durant against Wall. Harden outside. The three. Shot is off. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our...
He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became
the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-5. That is a great percentage.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the